All right, this is just a quick update and a couple of interesting facts afterwards. Still really struggling. Having a hard time with visual and auditory hallucinations. Um, but I'm working on it and still here, still fighting. My interview with the local news airs tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll put a link to the website in the description of the video in case anybody wants to watch it. But yeah, I've just really been struggling lately. Just having a hard time shaking it this time. Rosie's doing good. I'm continuing with my therapy and medications and just hoping it gets better soon. For my fun facts, first of all, we're going to discuss the epidemic of exploding teeth in the United States in the late 1800s to about 1920. So basically, what would happen is people get this really bad toothache, and then all of a sudden, like a pistol shot, their tooth would just explode. One case, a patient had this no other signs or symptoms other than a toothache in her lower right molar, and it went off like a gunshot and actually traveled up her Eustachian tube, or the like your ear tube, and actually deafened her for quite some time. It took her a while to recover from that, and it almost knocked her over. But then, as soon as it happened, there was relief. There was another story of, let's see, what year was that? In 1860, there was a reverend, and he got this toothache that was so bad it drove him wild. But it said he would just complain, and he couldn't eat, he couldn't sleep, he couldn't focus, he couldn't do anything. And then all of a sudden, like a pistol shot, his tooth exploded, and he just turned to his wife and said, my toothache is gone. And then he went to sleep for the rest of the day and most of the night. Nobody's really sure what caused the exploding teeth. Some believe it was the metal interacting, because every dentist used something different to make fillings. Some belief is that it was improperly done root canals that then led to decay where gases built up in it. That was what was exploding the teeth, but nobody really knows. It kind of died out in the 1920s when dentistry made major evolutions. So if you ever needed some nightmare fuel, just imagine one of your teeth just randomly exploding. And for my second little fun fact, so in shoe stores from the 1920s to the 1970s, they used a thing called a shoe fit fluoroscope. My mom actually told me stories of remembering doing this, where you go to the shoe store, you put your shoes on, you go to the fluoroscope, and they basically pump your feet full of x-rays and see where your foot bones are sitting in the shoe to see if it fits properly. It was really common and eventually fell out of favor, because of the pumping people full of unneeded radiation. But it's kind of interesting. I know the Science Museum of Minnesota in St. Paul here actually has one of the machines on display in the museum, and it's really interesting. And at that time, X-rays were new, so everybody was excited to use them in whatever way. It's kind of like radium when they were using it to paint watch dials and different things because it would glow in the dark and nobody really knew much about it. So they just treated it as kind of a just interesting phenomenon and used it for a lot of things that turned out to be bad. So those are a couple of interesting facts. I'll have some more coming soon. So yeah, you can have your feet x-rayed, then your tooth can explode. But thank you if you made it this far into the video, and thank you for following me and watching my videos. And as always, love, luck, and lollipops. Get up, keep moving. You matter. Especially to me, you matter a lot. You guys really help me get through my days. So thank you.